Hey y'all, it's your boy Vegetarian here, back at it again with another video. As you guys can see by the title, I'm going to be dyeing my hair today. But I figured we would try something a little bit different and try something fun and play around with color theory just a little bit. So I'm just going to wash my hair really quick. I think I'm going to wash my hair twice because it's not that clean and I want to make sure it's nice and clean since I'm not using color remover. So I'm going to wash it twice and then I'll be right back and we'll get right into this video. So stay tuned. Okay, we are back. Before we get into the hair part though, let's talk color wheel really quick. So I got the idea from this video because a lot of people have been wanting me to do pastels, and although my hair is really light underneath, in order to get really good pastel turnout, you have to have one, your hair has to be really light. Number two, your hair has to be like pretty clean slate because pastels aren't very strong. They don't have a lot of power in terms of taking over other colors. And so the idea of this is to like see how colors interact with each other. And so colors on the opposite of each other, those are called complementary colors. They cancel each other out. That's how we get silvers. That's how people achieve like those platinum colors, because they usually will take hair and bleach it until it's like super light, but there's still a bit of yellow tone to it. And so then they take purple toners and that's how we get that silver. And you can do the same thing with pink and green. You can do the same thing with orange and blue as well. And that's also how we get browns and blacks, because brown is basically just a color with a lot of orange but has had a little bit of blue to it to cancel out a little bit of that red tone to it. So that's just something to think about while we're going through this whole process. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm not an expert. So I think that's it for the real like heavy talking. I'm gonna go ahead and take my scarf off. Well, not my scarf, my towel. And you guys can see my hair freshly washed. You guys can see how light it is, especially at the ends. It's dang near white. But for the most part, it's gonna be business as usual. I'm gonna part my hair really quick and then I'm gonna get into the color. So I'll be right back. Okay, my hair is all parted. This video isn't really going to be about color placement so much as it's going to be about experimenting with color. So I'm not really going to get into too much of like put this here, put this there. We're really just going to be playing around with color and seeing how things turn out. Okay, so my colors are all mixed up and my hair is parted up. I'm ready to go. I think I'm gonna do like maybe like 3 colors per section. Test out. I think I'm gonna test out the blue back here though. So this is what the blue is looking like right now. I probably mixed about between 60 and 70% of this one, and then probably about 30 to 40% of the cyan. And for the green, I have this, so I used about 50-50 of both. One was more of a green tone mint and then the other one was more of a blue tone mint. So I decided to mix them together, and this is the color of mint that we have. So that's all the mixing I'm gonna do. The purple, the pink, and the yellow I'm gonna take at face value. But let's get right into it. So first I'm gonna try out the blue. This is what it's looking like on my hand. Like I said, I know this isn't gonna take quite as dark. It might not take at all, so I might end up having to add more blue to it. But you guys can kind of see it. And all I did was shampoo my hair. I didn't do any color mover or anything like that. Hence why I wanted to try out this video, because I feel like a lot of people feel like they have to, they absolutely have to bleach their hair every single time, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So as you guys can see, the ends is starting to work, but like right up here, it's not working so much. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but it's actually a little bit of brown underneath here, which is what I was trying to tell you guys about, because brown is basically blue and orange mixed together. I'm gonna twist these up and give it some time to work. All right, next section of hair, let's move on to the next color, which is the mint. This is what she's looking like. Again, she's pretty light too, so she might not be able to take over the orange, but she will be able to add some kind of pizzazz to it. I don't like doing pastels because they don't last very long. So I typically like to do a vibrant color and I can work it out however I want. Plus vibrant colors suit my personality a little bit more, I feel like. So this is what that's looking like. And then it's hard to tell again on camera, but underneath the orange is starting to pull a little bit of yellow. And so that's interesting. This is still very blue tone though, so it might do a little bit more canceling than we think, but we have to wait and see. This is definitely one of those wait and see moments, and I'm definitely gonna have to leave these in for at least 30 to 40 minutes. With vibrant colors, I don't have to leave them in as long because my hair is so light, so I really don't have to wait as long, but that's okay. I'm willing to take the time and wait for you guys. I'm thinking I'm gonna break up that blue, that cool tone color scheme that we were going, and I'm gonna go ahead and test out the pink. I'm gonna bring the pink in. This is called Blush, again, by Color Lux. This is what she looks like. She's very bright. I was looking at the color chart, and it looks like she actually might be a little bit stronger than the pastel like she's advertised. See, this is kind of a bright pink. But again, just because it looks bright on the hair doesn't mean it's gonna pull bright. And just because it looks like, you know, really light or pastel doesn't mean it's gonna pull a light or pastel. It might darken up over time. And see, now that I'm mixing it with the orange, you guys can see how colors that are next to each other interact. So now I'm starting to get more of a salmon pink or salmon orange rather than you know, a full-on pink. I'm gonna split my hair in half, and we're gonna get on to the next set of 3. The next color I'm gonna try, I think, is the purple. So, okay, so this is what this section is looking like. It's kind of a cross between orange and yellow because it has a little bit of both in it. So we're gonna test out this purple and see what it does. So here we go. Like I said, this is like a lilac kind of purple. So this is what she's looking like. And I've never used any of these colors before on their own. All right, so here we go. Like a purple, but also like a light pink. So that's what it looks like right now. I think I'm gonna go in with the blue. All right, so that's blue applied. Again, the roots, it's really not doing too much, but the ends is starting to work pretty nice. And although it looks like these colors aren't working, I could darken them up just a tad bit, but it's fine. Like I said, I really wasn't planning on doing a pastel look anytime soon anyway, but a lot of people were asking about pastels. People inquire, people on Facebook, people on Snapchat. Everybody was like saying, well, you should do a pastel or Easter look. And I'm like, I'm not religious, so Easter really ain't gonna do it for me. But we could try and do a pastel look for the spring. The last section, I'm gonna go in with the yellow. I really like this pink and yellow though. I might have to do like a strawberry lemonade look or something, because I've been wanting to do a strawberry lemonade look for so long, but it always gets put on the back burner. So I might end up doing that one of these days for sure, for sure. All right. Okay, so we are on to the last couple sections. I just did the same thing on the other side as I did on the back. This part is really light, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the green for sure. Okay, so green is applied. I already know in the front I really like my colors to pop, which is why I have the accent color. I always put accent colors or something like in the front just to give it a little extra oomph. And since my hair isn't gonna be that bright and vibrant, I'm gonna need oomph. I'm gonna chase it with a little bit of that Luxe Blue, which I said is like a cross between blue and a purple. So I'm gonna put it right at the root area just to, you know, I don't know if my eyes are deceiving me, but that's starting to look brown. See, that's a test within itself, to be honest. See, this piece right here is really starting to look brown. Yellow, here we go. Like I said, just looking for some overall brightness in this look. Next up is the pink, and I'm just gonna do this whole big chunk of pink. And that way I don't have to go over the roots right here with purple, because I know that the pink is gonna react well with this situation we have going on right here. So. Pink is applied. It looks a lot lighter on camera, but it's actually not super light. It's giving pastel, but it's giving like, it might be full pastel in like maybe a week or two, rather than it's giving full pastel right now. That's definitely a tip I recommend for you guys. If you guys want your colors to last, always go a little bit darker than what you were intending, because it will fade to that color a little bit, not a lot darker. Okay, y'all, so we are all done. This is what the back looks like. Hopefully I didn't miss any spots, but if I did, oh well. I'm gonna wait an hour. I wanna give these a full chance. So I'm gonna wait a full hour, and then I'll rinse them all out, and I'll come back and show you guys, and we'll close out the video. Okay, so this is what we ended up with. Let me show y'all the back really quick just so y'all could see. No product on my hair or anything. I literally just got out of the shower. But this is what the back looks like as well. I think it turned out pretty well. This was kind of a fun experiment. A couple of takeaways just to like round out the full video. Adjacent colors interact the best, obviously. See the pink and the yellow, and then we got a little bit of the purple too. Purple isn't quite adjacent enough to orange to balance it, to react well with it, which is why we have some spots where the purple took really well, and we have some spots where the purple didn't take too well because it just wasn't quite close enough on the color wheel. And then the colors that were opposite obviously don't look the best, but it doesn't look bad overall, which is why I'm glad I decided to do more than one color than rather just trying to do blue and green, because then my hair would look like a big old mess. But I think altogether it works. It's giving spring, and I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna fade. Like, I know this isn't gonna last very long, but it was a fun thing to do. So let me know if you guys have any specific colors you guys want me to try. And this is why I don't do pastels, by the way, because I'm not trying to damage my hair to get my hair super light and super clear of all undertones and all colors, just to pull out a look that's not going to last very long. But if you guys have any other colors you guys want me to try that are not super light, I'm willing to try them. Just gotta let me know. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.